Hey everyone, my name is Louise Turner and I'm an international cybersecurity researcher at the Quantum Algorithms Institute, which is in British Columbia. I'm also going to my fourth year, which is my final year of cybersecurity at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. So I'm here today to tell you my story because I was once an extremely shy high school kid and now I travel many places, even internationally, to present cybersecurity research. Now, I was a kid who would essentially cry and have a panic attack whenever I had to do a presentation at school. So going from that to this is quite a jump, but I think it's a jump that anyone can do, and I'll tell you why. So at the start of high school, grade 9, I took a computer technology class because it was required and also because I really liked video games growing up and I still do. So I took that class and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't really like it very much. I think most of that was due to teenage angst, but I didn't like it very much. Although I didn't like it very much, I did quite well in it and I realized that I was pretty good at this stuff and something crazy happened. So me and a bunch of other girls from my year and a couple years above were asked to start a cybersecurity competition team. So there's this competition called Cyber Titan, which is a Canadian cybersecurity competition that is a branch of the American version called Cyber Patriot, where you get given all of these virtual computers, so like Windows computers, Linux computers, and you have to essentially harden them. So it's all about system hardening, making sure that all these systems are as secure as they can be. So I thought, okay, I might as well try this. I don't know much about cybersecurity at all, but I know some things about computers. I'm pretty good with them, and a lot of my friends have also been asked to join this team as well, so I might as well. So I, like all the other girls, trained super hard and learned as much as I could about cybersecurity in order to prepare for these competitions, and our hard work really paid off. So we ended up actually becoming the first all-female team to make it to the national finals, which was in Ottawa that year, of Cyber Titan. So after we made it to nationals the first time, we got a lot of media attention because we were from such a small town, Fergus, Ontario, barely 20,000 people, and nobody thought that we could do what we did. And it really paid off. We got very far with it. We got some CBC radio and news interviews. The local newspapers were all over us, things like that. It was really, really cool. So following the success of Cyber Titan, I thought I might as well just keep doing this stuff. So I essentially just followed up on everything. I applied to anything and everything I could, and what I realized in all of my award and grant applications, so things like trying to get scholarships for university, was not a lot of people actually apply for these things because so many people just think, well, I'm not gonna get it, so I might as well not try. But one thing you learn pretty fast is that if everyone shares that same mindset of, oh, well, I'm never gonna get it, so I won't try, then the competition is actually kind of low. Pretty much everything I applied to in high school, I was awarded because I tried and I really put my all into it, and not a lot of other people did. The most important award that came out of that was the Schulich Leader Scholarship, which was absolutely incredible to even be considered for, and it is the largest STEM scholarship in the country. And I essentially got a full ride to university because I put myself out there and I went for it. I really thought I wasn't gonna get it. It's like, from a small town, I'm just one person, I'm just a girl. How could I get this? But it turns out if you really put effort into something and try to learn it, then you can be really successful, and I ended up getting that scholarship. So throughout university, it was great, loved it, but about third year, I was thinking, dang, I need to really put myself out there again. I need to start going for things again. What I decided to do was follow up. I think it's a great thing to do, is always follow up on your connections, try things out, and I reached out to my old high school teacher, Timothy King, and asked if he had any opportunities. So funnily enough, just at that time, he had just applied for and gotten accepted into writing a paper for the Global Forum of Cyber Expertise. He wrote back to me and he said, hey, I actually need help writing this research paper for a conference that I've been invited to in Ghana. Now, it's pretty iffy if we'll actually get to go to Ghana because it's very expensive, very far away, but why don't we try? So at that time, I had no idea what quantum computing was. I knew it was a thing because I was in computer science. It was on my radar, but I didn't know enough to write a research paper on it, let alone present that paper in Africa. But what I decided to do was just to try, to go for it, see what happened, and I learned as much as I could. I wrote down everything I could, and what happened was we went to Africa. So we did an 8-minute long presentation on quantum computing and its effects on cybersecurity in Ghana, in Accra, Ghana. And that presentation was so well received. We got so many great comments on it that we have now done full hour-long presentations of that content in many different places. We've gone to Halifax, Nova Scotia. We presented to the BC government twice. We presented virtually to Mexico City, and who knows what could come across on the horizon. Because I tried something, I said yes. I said, yeah, I'll try doing this paper, even if I really didn't believe that I could. It was really a self-trust thing. I decided I should do it, and that led to me being able to say that I'm an international cybersecurity researcher on my LinkedIn, which is just, what does that even mean? So all this is to say, trust yourself, try things, really go for it. You may think that you don't know a lot, but you actually know so much more than you're letting on. If you're here right now watching this, you already know so much more than most people in the world about your subject. So the message I want to leave everyone with today is to really trust themselves and go for it. You never know what could happen if you try, and most of the time, so many opportunities just go unclaimed because nobody went for them. It was the imposter syndrome gets to you, and trust me, I have really bad imposter syndrome, I get it, and you don't go for things, but no one else goes for them either. So just try, see what happens, and you could end up having a really great time, having some amazing experiences, and overall being really proud of yourself. I think that's the most important thing that I've gotten out of all this, is going from being a tiny high schooler who was so scared to do anything in her life to presenting internationally. And I could have never imagined in a million years that I would have done that. And I'm proud of myself, and I think you can do exactly the same thing if you just put your mind to it.